welcome to Live Interactive English. That guy over there is Matt.
And that's Winnie. Today we are looking at an article called Cambridge, a City of Scholars. Right, so Cambridge is a city in England in the UK. So what do you think about when you hear, England or UK? What comes to mind for you?
Well, I'm very glad you asked because when I think of England, I think of a full English breakfast. So you've got your beans, your toast, your sausage, some mushrooms, some tomatoes, and some eggs. And I think breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Okay, well, yeah, I think that's a common menu item. You'll see the full English breakfast, and I don't really care for it, but...
Oh, okay. But what do you think about?
Well, I always think of, the things that you see in, like, London. So I think of the double-decker buses, or Big Ben, the big church clock tower, or just the River Thames going through London with all the bridges over it.
So you think of the landmarks and the sights.
Yeah, that's what I'm interested in seeing when I go to England.
Well, I'm curious, have you ever been to Cambridge?
I haven't been to Cambridge. I've been to England a few times, but never to Cambridge. So, I'm curious to learn a bit more about what they have there and maybe why I should go there.
Me too. And we'll see right after we learn about Cambridge, a City of Scholars, Part 1.
Cambridge is a fairly small city in eastern England with a population of only around 150,000 people. However, it has a big reputation. For over 800 years, it has been a world-renowned seat of learning, with famous figures like Sir Isaac Newton and John Milton having studied at its university. The University of Cambridge is made up of 31 separate colleges, the first of which, Peterhouse, was founded in 1284, and the newest of which, Robinson, was founded in 1977. Each of these colleges has a distinct identity, and their colors are proudly displayed by students wearing college scarves.
So today's article is Cambridge, a City of Scholars, Part 1.
All right, so a city of scholars. So what does that mean? What is a scholar?
Right, so a scholar is someone who dedicates their life and their career to school and learning about any given subject.
Okay, well, I can see the word's very similar to school. It just needs one more O.
Yeah.
All right, so let's begin our article. Cambridge is a fairly small city in eastern England with a population of only around 150,000 people. Okay, so we have a word there, fairly. It's a fairly small city. So fairly means relatively more than others in the same category. So compared with other cities, Cambridge is small. It's smaller than most other cities.
Yeah, not like London or something.
That's right. So we have an example sentence. Mabel is a fairly tall woman, but not as tall as her husband.
Right, let's not get it confused to fairy, though. There are no fairies in Cambridge.
Okay.
Continuing on. However, it has a big reputation. For over 800 years, it has been a world-renowned seat of learning, with famous figures like Sir Isaac Newton and John Milton having studied at its university.
Okay, so it's been a world-renowned.
Yeah, so what does that mean? World-renowned means everyone knows this. It's got a very good reputation. And, it's just, you can't have any more nice things to say about this place because it's got a lot of talent or a lot of positivity. And everyone pretty much has heard of Cambridge.
Yeah, renowned meaning well-known, and when we add world-renowned, it means well-known around the world.
Yep.
So you could use renowned with other things like it's, renowned within our city or within our school, meaning everyone in that place knows about something.
Yeah, super famous.
So continuing on, the University of Cambridge is made up of 31 separate colleges. The first of which, Peterhouse, was founded in 1284. in the newest of which, Robinson, was founded in 1977.
Wow. That's crazy. So continuing on, each of these colleges has a distinct identity, and their colors are proudly displayed by students wearing college scarves. It's kind of like Hogwarts.
That's exactly what I was thinking. It's like in Harry Potter where they each have their houses and they wear the colors from their houses. So I guess maybe that's where the writer of Harry Potter got the idea for this kind of, having your house and representing your house.
I'm assuming you're a Hufflepuff?
Whoa, that's mean.
Hufflepuffs are really smart and really nice.
I bet you're a Slytherin.
I actually am. Okay, continuing on. So there was a word, right, called distinct. It's an adjective, and it basically just means something recognizable or different from others. So for example, English is distinct from many other European languages.
Okay, so that'd be because English comes from a different family of languages than many of the other ones. It's not very closely related to the Latin languages. It's a Germanic language, so it's distinct from many of the other ones.
It's very obvious that you can tell there is a difference. So that's basically what distinct means.
That's right. So this university has a very long history with, that first college starting in 1284. That is so long ago, and it continues to this day. And they're even making these new colleges still as late as 1977. So maybe there'll be even newer ones still to come.
Yeah, I'm excited to learn more about Cambridge after the break.
Okay.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。这2天的课程是在介绍剑桥，那标题是 Cambridge。A city of scholars。那我们补充一下 ，scholar 表示学者。那学者会花很多时间精力来钻研学术。那么 Winnie 老师他用到一个动词叫 dedicate，D-E-D-I-C-A-T-E。dedicate 可以表达奉献、献出，像是献出全部的精力啊、时间等等。好，那剑桥是英格兰东部相当小的城市，人口大约只有15万人。不过呢，800多年来，它一直都是举世闻名的学术中心。课文接着就介绍到剑桥大学，它是由31个独立的学院组成。那这些学院各有明显不同的特色。好，单字 fairly 它是副词，表示相当地或是公平地、公正地。distinct 则是形容明显不同的、显著的。那 Winnie 老师他用到 recognizable， 就是在 recognize 后面去一加 able， 构成的这个形容词可以表达可辨识的、可认出的。那这边一个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，这边我们来学习表示由什么组成的用法。那以下介绍几种常用的句型。第一个，你可以用到整体 be made up of 加上部分，例如 The book is made up of 10 chapters， 那本书由10个章节组成。那第二个句型你可以用到整体 be composed of 再加部分，像 The team is composed of experts from different fields， 这支团队由来自不同领域的专家组成。那么第三个句型你可以用到整体加上 consist of 再加部分，那注意这个句型是固定用主动哦。例如 The band consists of 5 talented musicians， 那个乐团由5位才华洋溢的乐手组成。那接华课文中。
Moreover, each college is equipped with its own dining hall, where students have large formal meals together, and chapel, where students can pray, attend Christian services, and get married. Many of these are very impressive, but none more so than King's College Chapel. King's College Chapel is by far the most famous building in the city. Completed in 1515 by King Henry VIII, it is an enormous structure with huge stained glass windows and the world's largest fan vault ceiling. Fortunately, you don't have to be a student here to visit the chapel, as guests can pay a small entrance fee to look around.
Welcome back, everyone. So, Winnie, we're going to find out what you remember from the article before the break. So, approximately how many people live in Cambridge?
So actually not that many, but 150,000 people live in the city of Cambridge.
Okay, and who are some of the famous former students of Cambridge?
Well, I'm sure everyone knows this name, Sir Isaac Newton, and maybe some people do, John Milton, the famous poet.
Okay, wow, very good so far. Now, let's see, do you know the name of the oldest college of Cambridge?
The oldest college is Peterhouse, which was founded in 1284.
And the newest?
Robinson in 1977.
Okay, very impressive. I think you've remembered all the important points. So now we can continue on with our article.
Bonus fact, 31 colleges in total.
Okay, okay.
Sprinkle it on there.
Now I know. Moreover, each college is equipped with its own dining hall where students have large formal meals together. And chapel, where students can pray, attend Christian services, and get married.
You know, the more I hear about this college, university, I should say, I keep thinking of Hogwarts.
Yeah, the dining hall idea also reminds me of Hogwarts.
Yeah, eating together. Yeah.
But I guess at my university, we had a cafeteria. We didn't call it a dining hall, but it was a similar atmosphere.
No glass plates and formal meals.
No. So they also have a chapel.
Oh, so what is a chapel and what's the difference between that and a church?
Well, a chapel and church are both places where Christians can go to pray or to worship. But a church and chapel are different because a church usually has someone who's there all the time, maintaining it and offering, prayer services, whereas a chapel is usually a smaller place with no services offered, but people can go there to pray on their own or to have things like weddings.
Right, so they have the freedom to kind of go when they want. Very cool. So we have the word moreover, which is our adverb, and it just means to, in addition to, or continuing on. So for example, electric cars are environmentally friendly. Moreover, they offer a quieter and smoother driving experience. So typically we use moreover when we're, kind of adding on to our sentence or example.
All right, so we have another verb in there, which is to equip. And we've seen it used as its past participle adjective, so it's equipped with something. So when something is equipped with things, it is provided or supplied with equipment for a particular purpose. So it's not just useless things, it's things that are used for a certain thing. So for example, Graham was equipped with all the tools he needed to fix the toilet.
Very cool.
Continuing on, many of these, and by these they mean the chapels, are very impressive, but none more so than King's College Chapel.
King's College Chapel is by far the most famous building in the city. Completed in 1515 by King Henry VIII, it is an enormous structure with huge stained glass windows and the world's largest fan vault ceiling. I personally love stained glass anything because usually people say windows, but nowadays you can find very small versions of stained glass pieces. I just think they're very pretty. And stained glass windows usually are basically made from colored glass that gets melted down into these beautiful pieces of art that are usually portraits that you can find in, like, for example, a church.
Yeah, you often see them in churches, and it's something that makes, a lot of these European churches are very beautiful with their stained glass windows. And they also have these vault ceilings. A vault ceiling means a very high ceiling, usually held up by pillars. So in this case, it's a fan vault ceiling because the pillars at the top, they fan out and create a beautiful pattern.
Right, and they kind of look like those, those demure women fan over their face. Right, and then we have the word enormous, okay, and that is our adjective, and it just means very large. So, for example, when I was at the zoo, I saw an enormous elephant.
Okay. Fortunately, you don't have to be a student here to visit the chapel, as guests can pay a small entrance fee to look around.
Very cool. I think I will do that if I'm ever in Cambridge.
Yeah, that sounds like a nice thing to do if you're there to visit this chapel because it sounds like it's very beautiful.
Yeah, and I think it would mean a lot to people, especially Christians who, have that spiritual meaning attached to a very pretty and historical chapel.
All right, so we've learned quite a lot about Cambridge today, but we're going to learn more when we come back for part 2 next time, and we'll see you then.
刚刚说剑桥人口大约15万，那 Matt 老师他用到 approximately 这个副词 approximately 这个副词表示大概大约。好，那课文继续介绍了剑桥大学的学院，它的31个独立学院各有明显不同特色。那而且每个学院都有附设自己的餐厅和礼拜堂，其中有许多都令人非常印象深刻。不过呢，没有一间可以比得上国王学院礼拜堂。国王学院礼拜堂是城里最著名的建筑，是在1515年由亨利8世国王完成。它是一座非常大的建筑，那有着巨大的彩绘玻璃窗还有世界上最大的扇形拱顶天花板。游客来到这边，你可以付小笔的入场费，可以进去参观哦。我们来看单字 moreover 这个副词，它表示此外而且。那 equip 这个动词表示配备装备 be equipped with 加上名词就可以表达具备什么配有什么 enormous 则是形容巨大的极大的。那么 chapel 它表示大型建筑里面的这个礼拜堂小教堂。Matt 老师在解释单字时用到 worship 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 是动词，可以表达敬奉崇拜的意思。好，那另外文中它用到 fan vault 它表示扇形拱顶。老师在描述的时候有用到这个片语动词 fan out 它是表达说呈扇形展开。好，那这边2个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，我们来看第一个重点是否定词 none 搭配比较级表达最高级。none 它意思是没有一个人或事物，那是带有否定意思的字词，可以搭配比较级或者是原级来表达出最高级的意思，强调没有什么比点点点更怎么样，什么什么就是最怎么样的。我们用 none 来当主词的时候呢，可以搭配单数动词，那这是正式用法，也可以搭配复数动词，那这是口语用法。例如 Of all the students in the class, none is more diligent than Emma. 在班上所有学生当中，没有人比 Emma 勤奋，也就是 Emma 是最勤奋的。第二重点是 by far 它可以指程度上极为怎么样，大大的怎么样，常常用来修饰形容词或副词最高级，来加强语气。那会跟 far and away 或者是 by a great degree 意思相同。例如 He's by far the most interesting person I've ever known. 他是我认识的人当中最有趣的人。好，那以上这些讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Cambridge is a fairly small city in eastern England with a population of only around 150,000 people. However, it has a big reputation. For over 800 years, it has been a world-renowned seat of learning, with famous figures like Sir Isaac Newton and John Milton having studied at its university. The University of Cambridge is made up of 31 separate colleges, the first of which, Peterhouse, was founded in 1284, and the newest of which, Robinson, was founded in 1977. Each of these colleges has a distinct identity, and their colors are proudly displayed by students wearing college scarves. Moreover, each college is equipped with its own dining hall, where students have large formal meals together, and chapel, where students can pray, attend Christian services, and get married. Many of these are very impressive, but none more so than King's College Chapel. King's College Chapel is by far the most famous building in the city. Completed in 1515 by King Henry VIII, it is an enormous structure with huge stained glass windows and the world's largest fan vault ceiling. Fortunately, you don't have to be a student here to visit the chapel, as guests can pay a small entrance fee to look around.
Hey, it's Kiwi on the street. I'm Kiki.
And I'm Winnie.
In English, we have a lot of phrases that we use in our daily lives. So today we are going to learn some new phrases.
Like, let's get the show on the road.
Okay, so phrases today. 旗鼓相当，难分轩轾。
Back and back.
Back and back?
I think it's back and back.
Back and back.
Okay, so the first one.
Back and back?
我觉得是 back and back.
Back and back. Are you correct? Ooh, sorry. Neck and neck. Okay, very close. Okay. 出发上路. Get the road or hit the road?
Get the road? Get the road?
Get the road.
Hit the road.
Hit the road.
Okay, the second one, hit the road.
我选 get the road.
Get the road.
Hit the road.
Hit the road. You're very confident with that
Yeah.
one. And you should be because you're correct. Very good. Okay, so what have we learned today?
Let's take a look at the phrases that we learned today. The first one is neck and neck, and it means to compete closely with someone. This phrase actually came from horse racing. The neck refers to a horse's neck. So when two horses are racing side by side at very close speeds, you can't tell who's in front and who's at the back because they keep moving back and forth. So they're racing very close to each other. So when you use the phrase neck and neck, it means when people are racing at the same level or they're very close to each other. Our next phrase is hit the road. Usually when we hear hit, it means to make contact with something. But in this case, hit can also mean to reach or arrive at something or some place. Hit the road basically means to get our journey started or we are going on a trip. There are some other uses for hit, like hit the hay, which means it's time to go to sleep, or hit the jackpot, which means you're winning the biggest prize. These are the phrases that we learned today. Kiwi later!